Kiddo Valentine, the unthinkable looks like it is going to happen. We said it previously, but to be honest, myself, I didn't even think it was possible. But Becky Lynch's contract has actually, it's coming to an end.
Pretty
It's
much.
we're at the point right now. What'd you say?
Yeah, pretty much coming to an end. Like it's actually way closer than I expected.
Yeah, absolutely. They say it's expiring on Saturday. So this could be her last match in WWE that we just saw on Monday Night Raw. I'm like flabbergasted and flustered even thinking about it. Do you think it's possible Becky Lynch actually makes the jump to AEW, or is she just going to finally take a step back and say, "Hey, you know what? I want to be a mom, so I'm not doing all of this anymore. I'm out of here." What's going on with Becky Lynch right now?
The last thing you said is actually pretty likely. I mean, Becky Lynch, let's think about what she did. I don't think she won the Royal Rumble, but at this point, does she need to? She hasn't won the Money in the Bank either, but at this
Oh, she
point,
hasn't.
again, yeah. Those would be like icing on the cakes of her career because right now she's been at the main event at WrestleMania, took all the, main event women's championships, and they definitely made a name for herself. And not only that, but on, like the last Monday Night Raw, she came up to Lyra Valkyria and she was like, you fall and you get up and you learn and you got to keep on learning, or it's time to go ahead and step away. So is it really the time for Becky Lynch to step away? Like, why would she say something like that? It's not gonna be out of nowhere. So she's either trying to, trick us right now and making us think like, I'm about to leave. No way. But yeah, it's very unlikely to me though to get to the bottom of this. It is possible for sure, but you look at Seth freaking Rollins, who, if I'm not mistaken, who has re-signed with the WWE, and they probably
Yeah.
paid him a whole lot of money for him to do that too. So
Hmm.
why would Becky Lynch go anywhere? She's going to be separated from Seth Rollins if she does that.
That's
It's more
why.
likely, like you
I
said.
think you just answered your own question.
All right, all
You
right.
said, why would she go anywhere? Because Seth Rollins just got a lot of money, right? So
Yep.
let's say Seth Rollins got a lot of money and she's like, you know what? We can live off that.
Mm.
And if I do want to jump to AEW, even if they're not going to pay me crazy money, the money you just got kind of makes up for that. So that makes it where I can go over here and maybe work for AEW, work 1 day per week, and then I could go home and be with my kid. We know a big advantage there with Will Ospreay said he wanted to be able to go back home.
Yeah.
So with Becky Lynch being an older woman now, she's 37. Turns 38 next month. Next year during that Royal Rumble time. So I mean, time is not kind to any of us, Mr. Valentine. I know you're still a young man, but I'm
Yeah.
28 years old at this point.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
you know what, man, we're getting up there in age, and sometimes we got to make these tough decisions. This could be one for Becky Lynch.
I mean, yeah. If she went to AEW, she'll have a much easier schedule for sure. I think. I mean, maybe, who knows? But yeah, people say, oh, if you go to AEW, you run away from the grind, which, is a very debatable thing. And I think it's his own video. But
Yeah.
man, like even when I'm going through some of these pictures right here, like, I mean, look at this one. I mean, like the way she looks
Hmm.
is, it feels like a farewell face to me. Again, she could be just egging us on and kind of tricking us right now. But to me, this looks like a woman who's like, oh man, I had a good run. I had a good run. I'm going to chill for a second. I mean, Seth Rollins himself says all the time that, hey, I love living in a, small place. I don't need these big cities. Just hang out with my family, go train my students every now and then. That's a great life for me. And right now, wrestling is in number one. Why should we think wrestling is one for Becky? It makes a lot of sense that she would kind of, hang back a little bit and focus on her child. That's gonna be the number
Yeah.
one thing in her life right now. And if AEW lets her do that, it's gonna be really strange to see Seth Rollins wrestling one night at Monday Night Raw or WWE or whatever, and on Wednesdays we see Becky Lynch go out there and you know go crazy with maybe Mercedes Moné. I don't know.
Hey,
It just seems
Zelina Vega, Malachi Black,
true. Actually,
Cody Rhodes, Dustin Rhodes.
true.
Yeah.
There'd be the third one in there. That's actually really
Yeah.
true.
But
But
I gotta say though, this is on a much bigger scale. With this being like Seth Rollins is one of their biggest men that they have in WWE. Becky Lynch, probably the biggest woman they have in WWE. They've been behind her for a very long time,
mhm.
and I think they're confident with the fact that she's not going to AEW. She may be leaving, but I mean, if she doesn't sign that contract, they better not trust anything because if Tony Khan gets in her ear, throwing all kinds of money saying, listen, you can only work one night per week. If you only want to work one night every 2 weeks, we'll let you come in and do that. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like you said, Seth Rollins said himself, the money isn't the most important thing, but if you can still chill, get that life you want and work once every 2 weeks and still get all of that money, man, it's an attractive thing. And I don't know if she would be able to, if she would take it or not. But why would they let her say this on TV if they're not uncertain? If they're not certain that she's staying or not going over there? Because I don't know. That's just really, we are in a new era with this Triple H stuff going on, but I know that for sure Vince McMahon is not having her say walk away.
Right.
It's not happening.
I think that's my idea of it, too. It's just too on the nose. And the fact that she lost the cage match, but, she got cheated. It was in a dirty way.
Protected her.
Yeah, they didn't give her the good old, boot in the bottom, let's say, before she went out. So that makes me think that she's going to stay here, man. This is one of the many reasons, but that's the most recent reason I could give. But again, shout out to Sean Ross Sapp here. He, again, published the news, not signed the deal, it's going to expire this weekend. Literally this weekend. So
won't expire this weekend.
Yeah.
So this could quite possibly be the last time we see Becky Lynch in WWE.
That is
Would you be
crazy.
happy with it, or how do you feel? Do you feel like she has more chapter to write in this book?
Actually, I think she should go to AEW, to be honest with you, because she's done everything in WWE, I feel like. So it'd be nice if we have a breath of fresh air. And again, that AEW women's roster needs all the experience and talent that it can potentially get. It'd be good. It'd be nice to see that. But obviously, I would want her to be booked well and consistent if she went there.
Yeah, but you just brought up something else interesting. You said the AEW women's division needs a lot of help.
Yeah.
What more help can they get?
What do you mean?
What about Bayley?
Oh, there you go.
We see how WWE is treating her. Now, I thought it was a Vince McMahon thing because when she was in NXT, Triple H loved her.
Yeah.
She made it to the top of the mountain, came to the base roster, and I think the gimmick just didn't click.
Yeah.
And she really cooled down. But I don't know. They just really haven't been treating Bayley well in WWE either. I would see Bayley leaving before Becky Lynch. So the fact that Becky Lynch even is getting this close to her contract expiring and she still hasn't signed tells me she's either up out of there or she is making the jump. But I think if Bayley's contract comes up, being that Mercedes Moné is over there, if Becky Lynch goes over there, then hey, Bayley needs to make that jump as well. Will Charlotte Flair make the jump? She probably has a long time left on her contract. She's still injured, so she's probably going to stick with WWE.
Yeah.
But what do you think about Bayley? You think she's in the right spot right now?
I think in the WWE, she might as well come out next week and cut a pipe bomb promo saying I'm not in the intro, I'm not in the posters, I'm not on the merchandise. They just have some sort of vendetta against Bayley for some reason. It legit feels like somebody hates her in the company. And so, if they don't want you there, why stay there? Go somewhere, right. You're going to be more appreciated. And yeah, Bayley, I want her to go to AEW way more than Becky Lynch, actually. And I think she can do cooler stuff there, too. And she's also very selfless when it comes to Bayley putting people over. You can create new stars thanks to her. Get a couple of good, money matches. Run back that Sasha Banks versus Bayley, but this time in AEW without any other restrictions. So we get another NXT TakeOver Brooklyn type of match. I honestly feel like we're going to make another video about Bayley in the future because something like this is going to be very possible or it's actually going to happen. Check out this channel a couple of months
especially
later.
If things work out for Mercedes, as they have been, because she just won the championship in her first match.
Yeah.
If things are working out for Mercedes, we know she is friends with Bayley. Mercedes can probably tell her, listen, Bayley, I can get you some money over here, so you need to make the jump. And hey, when your friends in your ear telling you that stuff, you've done everything in WWE. You just won the Royal Rumble. You just won a championship at WrestleMania. Jump to AEW, get your name cooking, and then if you want to go back to WWE and finish up over there, why not?
Exactly. I think we're about to see, but the last thing I want to show you guys before we get out of here is another quote from Wrestle Talk, the final match of Becky Lynch. That was it. So, yeah, I'm excited to see what's going to happen. I hope for a change, but if she stays in the WWE, obviously, we all see that coming, but we'll see.
Yeah, wouldn't be surprised at all.
Yeah.